Hi again everyone, thank you so much for tuning back in, thank you for subscribing, thank you for following me on Instagram, Akuagari, and following Akua Hazel on all social media platforms. I really do appreciate all the love that everyone has shown so far. So this week's video was meant to be about networking, but that's actually coming out next week, and I thought the best thing to do would be actually to talk about internships and graduate jobs. Because like I said before, I am not the advocate for leave your job, you don't belong there. That's not the message I'm pushing out. It firstly definitely is to always pray and to always follow your dreams. But if you are thinking about going down that path, maybe you are interested, how did I get a 10-week internship? How did I make sure I got the graduate job from that? And this is really like a message for those people. And then, like I said, next week we'll be talking more about networking, because this is key. If you see on my social media, I went to the Google Black History Month event, that's probably last week. Amazing. Also went to the Black Girl Festival. Yesterday I went to the House of Parliament. What else did I do this week? I went to my first ever board meeting, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you more about that in the future. But for now, I don't want to get in trouble with anyone, so keep that stum. What else did I do? I went to this event, Investing in Africa, and that was a great event. But yeah, like I said, next week's about networking. So in terms of acquiring an internship or looking for an internship that you want, so as most people know, obviously, finance is definitely a field that people can go down. There are loads of different banks out there. I don't even need to list them out. You can find them, and you can find someone who works for them. You also have those big supermarkets that are there that you can do graduate schemes for, even places like KFC. There are graduate jobs everywhere. And in the first instance, if you are in second year, get an internship. Like, definitely get an internship. And if you've gone past second year and you haven't got an internship, then it's fine. Like, obviously you can do a graduate job as well after, but I'll just talk firstly about getting an internship. In terms of your application, sell yourself. There's nothing that you have done that's not good enough. Like, even being part of a sports team and being the captain on the sports team, or just being part of a team, this shows teamwork, dedication. It shows the ability to commit to things. Like, these are all things, and you need to really know how to market yourself, because everything that you have done is worthwhile, especially at university. Even right now, if you're in first year, join as many societies as possible. This is not a joke. You need to join societies, because this just increases your credibility. Even the assignments that you're doing, the group assignments, the individual assignments, you can sell that as well. I was lucky enough that I had my charity to fall back on, and that really opened people's eyes up to me when I applied. But keep your ears to the ground, people, because before I applied, I went to a networking event at my university that was put on by the company that I did my internship for. And yeah, I started speaking to the recruiters there. They were like, "Whoa, that sounds so cool what you're doing. I would really welcome an application from you." So these people are coming to people's campuses all the time. So do not miss opportunity. Find out, even if you're not part of the specific society. I think when this was being done, it was being run by like women in business or something. I wasn't part of that society, but once you know, you know. So find them on your campus if they're there. When you're looking to apply, don't be too proud. It's not like, oh, I don't really want to tell anyone, just in case anyone tries to bad mind me, just in case anyone's just like, you shouldn't apply. If you know someone who works there, ask them questions. If you know someone who's had a graduate before or an internship, ask them questions, because you need answers for these applications that you're doing. You want people who are like, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and this will help you, because at the end of the day, that's how you actually get ahead in life. So definitely use your resources. Make sure that you're not just blindly saying, I hope this goes well, and pray. Like, that message is never gonna go away. So for those 6 people who disliked my previous video, I don't know if you're the atheist community or something like that, I'm not sure, but that message is never gonna leave for me. Pray, because God has all the answers and he knows where he's taking you in this life. And then let's fast forward to, you've done your application, and you're off to an assessment centre. In an assessment centre, one thing that's usually always going to be there, if it's not a separate stage, is like the group activity, the group assessment. And one thing that people just want to see is that you know how to work as part of a team. For example, when you come in and they make you write your name on name badges, it's not for banter. Don't just be like, oh yeah, what were you saying? Be like, oh yeah, Steve, what did you say? Oh yeah, Ayodeji, what were you saying? See how I kept it multicultural there. But use people's names, because then people see that idea of inclusiveness. You are an inclusive person. You know about inclusion, and this is diversity and inclusion. These are all buzzwords these days, and unity. So they want to see someone who literally just from the gate looks like a team player. One advice that I think everyone always gets, the idea that when you have a group activity, timekeeping and scribing. Girl, you don't have to be the scriber, you don't have to be the timekeeper. Be the one who suggests that you need a timekeeper or suggests that you need a scriber. And I don't feel like there should be anyone who doesn't know what the word scriber means, but a scribe is someone who's going to write it down. So if they come, they say, here's the group task, you'd be like, okay guys, we have 15 minutes left, could someone please keep the time? Does anyone feel comfortable writing? And then after people like suggest, be like, okay, thank you. And then if someone else suggests it before you, then yeah, be that person, say, okay, I'll keep the time. And if you want to keep the time, keep the time. Don't just forget and then it's on you. You've taken that level of responsibility, so make sure you do it. So those are key things for assessment centres. When you have your one-on-one interviews, in a lot of assessment centres you might have like various interviews, but in your one-on-one interview, just try and, you can't really prepare, but research the company, because that's one thing you can prepare about, because they're going to ask you about the company. And if you go to an assessment centre and you haven't researched about the company, you're playing game. Look at something that has recently come up in the news about the company before you go to your interview. Relate it to your life. For me, I remember there was a story about the company that I was trying to work for, and something to do with Africa, and obviously I'm all about Africa. So I linked it to my charity, I linked it to how that made me feel and all those kind of things, and it just looked like I was keeping up to date, I was keeping on topic. And obviously a lot of these things are going to be happening while you're revising, while you're trying to do assignments. So I'm not saying you have to now dedicate a week, 2 weeks to researching the company. This is honestly night before stuff that you can do. And if you're not a person that can retain information very easily, maybe 2 nights before. But make sure you have looked in the news, you have a current topic to talk about, because they will ask you about the company. They will ask you about the company's qualities, the company's ethos, these kind of things. And luckily for you, these things are all public information. You can find them on the internet. So make sure you look up what the company is doing. When you're having competency-based questions, you can somewhat prepare for competency-based questions. And if you don't know what a competency-based question is, Google it. A whole list will come up, and you can prepare from those kind of like key competency questions that people usually see. Ideally, you're going to do an internship, and at the end of it, they're going to be like, we love you so much, please come back for the graduate job. And how do you make sure you do that? They just want you to work hard, okay? I'm not saying you have to leave the office at 7 o'clock every day, because I'm telling you, 4:59, I was packing my bags, I was out the door every day, 5 o'clock. Couldn't catch me anywhere after 5. And like I said, I still got offered the graduate job. Have a good relationship with your line manager, or whoever is the person who'll be directly reporting back about your performance, because once you make a rapport with them, then like, it's good, you're basically a shoo-in for the graduate job. So if you didn't do a summer internship and you're just going straight into applying for a graduate job, all the same things apply in terms of your application, in terms of your assessment center experience. Like, just follow those to the T. And then if you don't get it, it probably is a thing where it's life, like you're not going to get everything, and there might be another opportunity waiting for you. When one door closes, another one is flung open. That is my short, I hope this has been like 5-minute tips and tricks on internship, securing an internship, securing a graduate job from your internship, or just applying for a graduate job. Next week I will be talking to you in full detail with my special guest Sarah's Destiny about networking. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you have any further questions, add me on LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn name right here. I will accept. Message me, I will reply. I always reply. If you slide into my DMs on the gram, I might not notice. I might not, I'm just saying. So yeah, please just add me on LinkedIn and I'll answer any questions, because right now it is the internship graduate scheme application times. If you're also unsure about what you want to do, like, message me. Listen, I'm here to help, and if I can't directly help you about the field that you're trying to go into, I will connect you to someone else who can help you, because I'm here for the cause. Together we stand, united we rise, divided we fall. Is that the saying? If you want to go far, go... No. If you want to go fast, go together. Nope, nope, nope. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. African proverb. So yeah, reach out to me. I'm here for you. You are going to get that internship. You're going to get that graduate job in Jesus' name.